Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. This is another paid request, this time from Thaddeus. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of topics, reviews, re-reviews, randomness, out of the blueness, commentaries, lists, reactions, whatever it may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box under the video. Now, he wanted me to watch and review an episode of a Ghostbusters cartoon called The Collective Call of Cthulhu from Season 2, Episode 28. Now, I vaguely remember the cartoon. I believe I saw bits of it when I was a kid. I remember having some of the toys, like you had the toy proton pack, and like you could wear the back on your bat. The big part on your back, and you had the thing connected to it, and you press the button, view, view, view. Maybe I had the trap. I remember the trap not working that well. Like you press down, and sometimes it would barely open. I remember some of the action figures. I think there was like a cop that was like a skeleton underneath, and something with like a big ton, and I have very vague memories. But I do remember bits of the cartoon. I remember the opening intro being very cool. I like that they used the Ghostbusters theme music. Not really the lyrics, but well, no. I'm trying to remember if the Ray Parker Jr. lyrics was a part of it. Because I know, like, the music, it was cool, like, within the episodes, the actual music. Like, during certain action scenes, like in here, you have the music, not the lyrics, but the music playing during an essential action scene. And I think that really works with the proceedings. They get you excited as a Ghostbusters fan. And I'll tell you one thing, I got more satisfaction watching this 20 minutes of an episode than I did out of that fucking Ghostbusters Afterlife movie. I did. Because there's the Ghostbusters, the voice actors did their jobs well. I believe in the first 3 seasons, Peter Venkman was voiced by the guy who voiced Garfield. Which is ironic, because then Bill Murray voiced Garfield in the live-action movies. So again, it's funny, like, the guy who voiced Garfield in the cartoon voiced Peter Venkman in the Ghostbusters cartoon. And then the guy who played Venkman in the movies voiced Garfield in live-action movies. I mean, it's like a weird... Call it fate. Call it luck. Call it karma. But I thought he worked well as Venkman. Frank Welker voiced Ray. Although each time I hear him, I keep hearing Fred from Scooby-Doo. Because he did voice Fred from Scooby-Doo. So each time I hear Ray, I keep thinking he's going to talk with Shaggy and Scooby. We have another mystery to solve. Come on, Dane. Arsenio Hall voiced Winston. I forgot Arsenio Hall was a voice on this. Again, I think it's only for the first three seasons. And then after that, him and the guy who played Venkman, their voices were changed. I don't know if it was a contract dispute. I don't know if it's just, hey, 3 seasons is good enough for us. I don't know. But yeah, it was cool. Oh, Arsenio Hall from Coming to America, among others. I forget the guy who voiced Egon, but the voices fit. The way the character designs were translated from live action to cartoon, they did a nice job with it. And had a nice bit of atmosphere of horror, considering it is a cartoon. I mean, the opening is at this library where the Necronomicon is stolen, this book of spells, and you have like tentacles and an H.P. Lovecraft nod, and just the way that the library is lit, as you see the tentacles slowly going towards the guard, and the guard screams, and he like passes out. For a split second, I'm like, did the guard have a heart attack? But even like later on when they're in the sewers, or like, again, there's some nice like shadow lighting work, which I know is weird to describe for a cartoon, but like it does, at least early on, that they did kind of embrace a bit of the horror aspect, but at the same time, still a cartoon and a comedy. And even for a cartoon, Venkman has some fun lines. Like they're supposed to talk with this PhD lady who knows about the Necronomicon and spells, and Venkman will say stuff like, "Oh, I bet she looks like a tank." And then when he sees how pretty she is, he's like, "Whoa, you sure don't look smart." And she's like, "What?" It's like, "No, I mean," and I'm like, that's Venkman. That's how the Venkman would say. Because she's so pretty, he's like, "Whoa, you don't look so smart. You sure don't look smart." That caught me off guard, and that gave me a nice chuckle. Or they go to a building, "Oh, this is like Frankenstein's alma mater." And like I said, it went by a fast pace. The 20 minutes flew by. It was an interesting enough story to go into the Necronomicon, H.P. Lovecraft, to base it on those stories, that premise. The design of the creatures that they meet in the sewers and such, nicely designed. Definitely H.P. Lovecraft inspired. There's even a cult of people that worship this stuff. And pretty much the gist of the ending is that they get by an amusement park and there's this giant Cthulhu tentacle creature. Egon gets the idea, bring it over to a roller coaster. Yes, it's ridiculous. It's a cartoon, okay? It's a cartoon. Power up the roller coaster so you're frying the creature for a little bit, long enough for lightning to hit it and burn the sucker, which it does. And Venkman gets his time to shine, because Venkman is the decoy. He's riding the roller coaster, and like you're riding the roller coaster, and you have the Ghostbusters music blasting, and you're blasting with. I mean, why is it that I got more excitement and thrills with the Ghostbusters music and Venkman, being heroic and the Ghostbusters doing their job and they burn the motherfucker as lightning hits it? And again, the way it's, I keep saying like the way it's lit, like it's a fairly good looking show for its time. Again, it's sad. It's sad that I watch an episode of a cartoon. And he picked this because he said it was his favorite episode. And I still got more enjoyment out of this Ghostbusters Afterlife. And it was 20 minutes long. And this was what? 90 something? Now, yeah, the Ghostbusters, I know at one point it became Slimer and the Ghostbusters. It ran for quite a few seasons, so it was popular. I guess I was surprised they never did like an animated movie. And you know what? That's the thing. Instead of trying to do all these fucking live action films, you should have just done an animated movie. Or, people would say just play the video game. But I'm not sure what else to say because, again, it's only 20 minutes long. And it went by a fast pace. The tentacle creatures, I like the idea that even if you blast them, they can heal. So it gives even more of a sense of danger. What can we do? We gotta outwit these things. Egon, they believe him. It's not like, Egon Spangler can rot in hell. We won't believe you. Any bullshit that they pull in Ghostbusters Afterlife. You don't keep hounding on that? Yes, because it came out recently, and in my opinion, sucked ass. It was an insult to Ghostbusters. Saying, yeah, the band broke up. The group broke up again, and they went their separate ways. And Egon Spangler can rot in hell. And blah, 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 blah. This was more satisfying. This was more respectful. This was more in the spirit of Ghostbusters, where he has a bit of horror atmosphere, but it's also comedic. And again, I got more satisfaction. Hell, I got more laughs out of this episode than I did Afterlife. Because this actually, Venkman, the character, got me a few times with some of his lines of dialogue. That one line I mentioned about that was the funniest bit in the show. You sure don't look smart. I keep harping on that because that sense of humor was absent in Ghostbusters Afterlife. And people go, did it need to be in there? Yes, Ghostbusters. It's not. It's not a CW show. It's not an after school special. Anyway. So, enjoy the episode. If you've never seen the show, I mean, granted, I'm basing it on vague memories in this one episode, but again, I think people would get more enjoyment out of this, at least the first 2 or so seasons, than what the hell they come out today, the Ghostbusters 2016 or Afterlife. That's what I mean, like, just... Here's the thing about stuff of today. You don't have to stick with the stuff of today. If you're not happy with it, you don't have to smile and eat shit. You'd be like, you know what? There's a plethora. There's a thesaurus. There's an encyclopedia. There's a shit ton of material throughout the years and decades that you could find. I guarantee you there are dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of gems you haven't seen yet, because they're buried on VHS that got ripped to YouTube, DVD, Blu-ray, and you'll find them online. And whether it be TV shows, cartoons, older movies, whether it be from the 50s or the 70s or the 80s or the 90s or even maybe 5 years ago, there's a lot of stuff out there. There's a lot of shit out there, but there's a lot of gems in the past you can watch that will take you for years and years so you don't have to deal with this crap of today. Case in point, this episode was fun. I had never seen this episode before. And yet I got more enjoyment out of it than what I saw in that the last 2 Ghostbusters live action movies, 2016 and 2021. So, I mean, for a lot of people who are out there who are mad with the Hollywood stuff of today, believe me, there's tons of stuff in the past that you can and you could find. And a little bit of research or a little bit of searching, that'll be more fun than the stuff of today. But sorry I went on that tangent. Either way, fun episode. I enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.